It's your boy ZaZa, man. I'm back with another video. This is going to be a good one, too, man. I'm going to give y'all 3 tips on how to identify a good breeder.
Like, comment, share, subscribe, you heard me?
Yeah, you know it.
Turn up the leaf blower and the lawnmower. He smoked the sour. Should've been a hippie, should've been a shower. Bread with no dread, black cock, oh yeah.
Another thing, don't forget to join the Discord.
So, number 1, ask open-ended questions. Most important. Asking open-ended questions, asking good qualifying questions, it's going to require you to have a certain level of knowledge. All of these things are going to have you going to require you to have a certain level of knowledge. So, for example, when I say open-ended questions, I mean questions like, when you started your line, what was the main focus of selection? We know breeding is all about natural selection, hence the term natural selection, right? It's all about selection. So asking a breeder what was their focus during the selection process is a really good way to identify whether or not they even understand the selection process, right? That's the most important. Do you breed for uniformity? And if so, how close are you to achieving homozygosity within your line? Very important question, man. That's going to really help you tap into the breeder's understanding of natural selection and whether or not they're really a pollen checker or they actually know what they're doing. We want to encourage breeders to have more difficult conversations through more advanced languages and breeding terminology. Understanding, I don't care if you're a grower, influencer, no matter what you want to do in this community, understand breeding to a certain point, at least the basic knowledge, because you'll be surprised how many of these brands that consider themselves breeders, how many of these companies that consider themselves breeders that don't even know the basic knowledge of natural selection. So once you understand the basic knowledge of natural selection, you automatically are then putting yourself several steps ahead. Don't let packaging and branding fool you, man. That's the most important thing. Packaging, names, cool, glitter, and all this stuff busting out the packaging. Don't let that sway you to make your decision, because just like companies, big companies, brands, they target the ones who know the least. They target the new consumer, the ones who know the least, because those are the ones that are reliant on needing help. Whether they package things up and make it really appealing to the new consumer. And when you're new, you tend to, be more inclined to purchase things because of the way they look or the name that it may carry, or even the name of the breeder. Don't let names fool you. Do your research. It's not too many breeders out here that really understand natural selection and the mechanics behind it. So once you are able to understand on a basic level, then you can ask these open-ended questions, these educated questions. Why do you sell F2s? Why do you choose to sell F2s? From my understanding, blah, 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 blah. Join the Patreon if you need the inside scoop. But no, ask the open-ended questions, man. But understand your knowledge on a basic level first, man, before you go barking up somebody's tree, all right? You don't want to bark up the wrong tree. All right, well, thank you for rocking with me, man. That's ZaZa, man. That's my 3 tips, man, on how to identify a good breeder and how to avoid a pollen checker, man. If you got any questions, throw them in the comment section, man. And hit me on Instagram. Follow the gang, too, man. Follow the Patreon.
Money ain't stopping, so I ain't easy. Hot boy gotta feed. Got drank by the lead. And the grill, I'ma lead. The money ain't stopping, so I ain't easy.